Alright, I got another really sick game I wanted to show you. Today it'll be the Empire facing off against the Warriors of Chaos. So, for the Empire, we're going to be led by Karl Franz here, and I got like pretty much everything on him. I've got him on Deathclaw, I've got Gal Maraz, the Rune Fang, I've got Stand Your Ground, all those other goodies. I've got a unit of Demigryph Knights with Halberds in the forest here to deal with any anti-large options. I was expecting them to go Dragon Ogres or Chaos Knights or something like that. I got a front line of swordsmen, great swords, more swordsmen, and then a spearman, and then I got two halberds because they got that armor piercing and anti-large. I was expecting dragon ogres or chaos knights, but even dealing with chaos warriors, the halberds with that armor piercing can do fairly well. Then I've got some two units of handgunners. I've got yeah, I got these two units in the back lines, like as a second line. So I got a swordsman and a halberd unit in the second line, and then I've got a hellblaster volley gun because again with the armor piercing damage that thing can do, it got buffed in Mortal Empire, so it's got like 300 range, which is quite excellent now. I've also got a light wizard with the Net of Emmentok and a banishment ability, and I've got an Empire captain riding a barded warhorse. And then for my opponent, he's got single unit of Marauder Horsemasters. He's got a Chaos Lord mounted on a Manticore. He's got one unit of Chosen in the front here, and then he's got four Chaos Marauders there. He's got two units of Halberds in the back covering his artillery from any cavalry. And he's got, yeah, of course he's got the Hell Cannon, which is going to do a ton of damage this game. And then in the forest over here, he's got deployed three units of Chosen with great weapons. So like pretty much as soon as this match started, I thought, I usually have the ranged advantage, but he brought a Hell Cannon, so I had to be pushing up on him from the pretty much from the very get-go. And I had no idea about these Chosen in the forest over here, and I need to I need to take a better time looking at these units because I thought these were Chaos Warriors when I started moving up. So I definitely need to get a little bit better at that. So I start off here and I don't really do much, and then as soon as he starts shooting in with this Hell Cannon, which he'll start doing in a second, then I'm gonna have to be pushing up. And he's done a good job of targeting my great swords too. That's a really good target because of that armor piercing anti-infantry bonus. That's a really good option to be taken off the field. So I send my Hell Cannon, Hellblaster volley gun to be shooting at those Marauder Horsemen because they can be absolute pests sometimes. I don't know if this thing actually counts as small arms fire though, because if it doesn't, then the shield block chance doesn't really count. But someone will have to let me know about that. So I start moving up straight away. I move these other Demigryph Knights into the forest just so he doesn't know what's going on over there. And I start moving up my troops. Those great swords are already down to half health, so he's definitely done a good job of focusing them down. And then he's going to switch targets onto my handgunners, and he's going to take them down to half health with a single shot. So he's doing a good job of taking down those priority targets for sure. And I've moved my Hell Cannon up to this position here to start shooting in on those Chosen in the front line, because those Chosen are a super elite unit. They're so freaking strong. That 46 with melee attack, 60 melee defense. Those guys are going to be carving through my my state troops. So I move up my handgunners to shoot at them as well, and they do have silver shields. So I didn't realize that before, but still better put some fire on them and try and drop their HP as much as I can. So just moving up my troops before the engagement's about to begin. I have to bring that other unit of handgunners back because they've routed from that artillery fire, and he shoots into me again. I should have spread a little bit thinner than what I did. But here they come with their three units of Chosen coming around for the flank here. That's interesting tactic, coming around and suckering me in the middle here, and then coming around the far side with these Chosen, although they are fairly slow, so it's going to take them some time to get there. So the frontline engagement is underway. I got my troops engaging that one, and these I shouldn't be doubling up my units here, but it'll be alright. Got these swordsmen fighting these Chosen, which I doubt they'll be able to do particularly well against. So I've just got Karl Franz on Overwatch there. Just waiting for an opportunity to see some targets. Taking down those handgunners again. And then I notice the Lord's going in now. He's going in to attack my swordsman. So I see an opportunity here with Karl Franz. It's time for Karl to bring down the hammer, as it were. So he comes in here. They do have the unit of halberds, so he's kind of baiting me in a way, but I'm going in to attack him. I got my Empire Captain just holding that line quite well. So here he comes charging in. Going to take him down. I think I pop all my buffs in a second here. Be hitting him. So I moved my Demigryph Knights around here. Now that Karl's engaged in melee, it's time to put some pressure on his back flank, so he doesn't really have. So he has to choose his halberds engage on my Demigryphs, or he's going to engage on Karl Franz. And then I'm moving up a unit of swordsmen to intercept these guys, to hopefully, so that they can't target either one of them, and I can get these Demigryphs into the back lines. So I need to move my wizard up a bit. I've got him a little bit at the back here, and I have to rally some of these handgunners back up. Yeah, so Karl Franz seems to be doing all right against their lord. He's buffed all his abilities as well. And I'm getting these halberds over here. I noticed that all of the front lines engaged. So what I want to be doing is shifting up and around, which I'll be doing in a second. So there's my Demigryph Knights. So I go straight for that artillery piece, and he's using his halberds to intercept, but they're not braced. So I don't think I really got a charge on them, but that's fine. So I'm going to be pulling Karl out of there once I notice he's taking a little bit of damage. So I just want to draw their lord back. And also these units of 3 chosen are pretty scary coming up the rear there, and this unit of swordsmen in the back doesn't seem to be doing much. But I'm getting my Demigryphs. I'm pulling out from that combat. I do not want to be sticking around in combat with those halberds. So I might be doing some rear charge into some of these routing units of Chaos Marauders, which should be quite good, and I might see if I can get a rear charge into those halberds as well. But over here, I noticed them coming up with those 3 units. So immediately, I'm going to pop a Net of Emmentok and just tie them down. And they're in a perfect position just to get gunned down by this Hellblaster volley gun. Oh, they're just going to get shot dead. They just don't have much of a chance there. And so I'm moving up my other 2 units of handgunners to maybe support there. So Karl Franz is going to be just dueling their lord, and he should do really well with all the he's Karl Franz. He should be able to kick that Chaos Lord's ass. These swordsmen, I think they're chasing off some Chaos Marauders there. I need to get them a little better under control. And these swordsmen seem to be, oh wow, they're up to 50 kills. They seem to be doing quite well against the halberds there. Empire Captain's cleaving through those chosen quite well. So the Net of Emmentok ran off there, so immediately I'm going to cast a banishment, because they're still kind of blobbed up and they're trying to get into combat as fast as possible. So not only are they getting gunned down by this Hellblaster volley gun, which is already up to 35 kills, but now a banishment's going off, and look at the damage it's just causing on those units. They're just getting absolutely massacred. Oh my goodness, down to like 25% HP, and then these handgunners shooting into their back too. They don't even have shields with their great weapons. They've taken so much damage. Getting these Demigryph Knights around. The Chaos Lord's decided, nope, he doesn't want any of Karl Franz, so he's trying to get out of there. But I'm pretty sure, can he outrun 106 speed on that one? 9 on Karl Franz should still catch him with that charge bonus. And yeah, he does not want to fight Karl at all. So I see these chosen, they're still coming up here. So I'm going to move this unit of spearmen, which ended up, I remember how they doubled up on this line. So I send them back just to tie down this group of chosen, and that allows my Hellblaster volley gun to just keep shooting into the rear. They really don't have an answer for that Hellblaster volley gun, and these handgunners over here to be shooting into them as well, and they should get annihilated by that combat. These swordsmen who were doing nothing before, I got them to wrap around and outflank those halberds, so they're doing quite well against those units. The Hell Cannon is still online. It's got 97 kills at the moment, but considering the close range combat, I don't think he can do a whole lot at this stage. So he's going to turn back and start dueling Karl Franz again. And yeah, he's really not going to last much longer against Karl. He's trying to get his Marauder Horsemasters to help, but they just, oh, these ones don't even have AP on them, it doesn't look like. So they're really not going to do a lot of damage. Oh, they got an 8 armor piercing, that's not bad. But they're really not going to do a lot to Karl Franz there. I'm pulling my Demigryphs with halberds back around. I might do some rear charges into those chosen, and I'm just going to get Karl to chase their lord off the battlefield, because I just want him gone. I've just had enough of him. Hellblaster volley gun still shooting in. I think I send my Empire Captain to chase off that group of Chaos. Well, these guys are really loud. To chase off this group of great weapons, and these handgunners are still shooting into the rear of those chosen, which is excellent for me. Carl's coming back. I'm going to get him away from those Marauder Horsemen. They did come in with a rear charge here, so well played here to get those Chaos Marauders to outflank my swordsmen. It looks like those halberds cut through my first rank of swordsmen, or they routed or something. But he's got a surround off on my swordsmen here. But things are looking pretty well. The balance bar is definitely shifting in my favor, and I got very healthy units, and I got very good gun lines going off here. So I'm going to do another rear charge for these Demigryph Knights into those Chosen there. They've taken so much damage from all that withering fire. So I'm going to pull a unit of halberds. So well played here, bringing that unit of halberds in to try and tie down Karl Franz there, because he is very low, but I should be able to pull him out of that combat quite well. Yeah, there he goes. The Hell Cannon's still shooting in. He's still operational. He's up to 116 kills now, which is quite good. And so I'm just going to... I think I just ended up by popping Aneta Ementok here, because I noticed that the unit started... they started breaking in the middle here, and they had to like... I wanted to get some of my Demigryphs out of there. I wasn't sure those halberds were still up. But the Aneta Ementok should do a decent job of... it won't let those broken units get away, and my remaining units there should just be able to cut through them. They're just standing there doing nothing. Damn, that Hell Cannon's still doing a decent amount of damage. And most of the units are just breaking at this point and just running off the battlefield, even these units of these halberds. They're still getting shot into by these gun lines here. And they're getting intercepted by these rallying swordsmen here. So the whole army is just completely shattered now, and it's just down to the Hell Cannon. And the Hell Cannon's Hellblaster Volley Gun is still shooting in my captains coming out from chasing off that that group of Chosen. Look at the range on that thing. It's got pretty good arcs of fire, like they shoot up and over, which is quite good. But yeah, definitely a really fun game. I wasn't expecting that group of Chosen, but that Aneta Ementok and the Banishment just wasted them. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, just going to finish up that Hell Cannon. I think there's like one left. And yeah, they're all going to rout from the battlefield. The Empire's going to take the field. So definitely a fun game. I feel like I brought all the tools I needed to fight Chaos. I really was expecting Dragon Ogres or Chaos Knights to outflank me. I wasn't expecting that big blob of Chosen to come out of the forest from behind. But I definitely did a really, really good job of just annihilating them. That just Net of Ementok and that Banishment just absolutely ruined them. And the Hellblaster Volley Gun was just allowed to shoot unimpeded the entire game. That thing is so powerful against Chaos with those armor-piercing missiles and that just heavy damage. That's like 72 kills against Chosen, which is excellent. That's such good value for money. Because those Chosen, I don't actually have the Chaos pack, but they're super expensive, I could imagine. They're like elite tier. I think pretty sure some people say they can beat Swordmasters of Hoeth, so they're really powerful. My handgunners took a beating, and so did my greatswords. My greatswords still managed to get like a lot of kills. Handgunners managed to do decent damage to the rear of their Chosen. Not a lot of kills, because they did also take a lot of damage from the artillery. They did a really good job of targeting my elite units with that one, for sure. And my state troops did a really good job of tying them down in the middle there, a lot of their units, and then some of my halberds here, they got heaps of kills. They were the ones that went in and outflanked them. So that was definitely a really fun game. My Empire captain anchoring the line, Karl Franz just dueling their lord, and then just providing all those buffs. Definitely a really fun game, so GG.